Have you ever wondered why the day that should celebrate your existence instead feels like an emotional ambush? Imagine waking up on your birthday not with excitement, but with an overwhelming sense of dread. Is it possible that this day meant for joy actually unearths hidden emotional wounds? Today, we're diving into a lesser-known truth. For INFJs, birthdays and other special dates can feel like powerful triggers for deep-seated internal conflicts. This isn't just about disliking parties. It's about a neurological and emotional pattern that has been quietly shaping their inner world. Based on the groundbreaking research of Joe Dispenza, we'll explore how these emotional triggers are not only real, but are rooted in the very wiring of the INFJ brain. Prepare to challenge what you think you know about celebrations, identity, and personal growth. At first glance, birthdays and special occasions are meant to be times of joy, reflection, and community. However, for INFJs, these moments create a unique internal conflict, a paradox that lies at the heart of their experience. INFJs possess a profound inner world rich with introspection, nuanced emotions, and a desire for authenticity. They naturally gravitate toward quiet reflection and meaningful one-on-one interactions, which stand in stark contrast to the boisterous energy of typical celebrations. When faced with a birthday or a social gathering, INFJs find themselves torn between the expectation to join in a collective celebration and the need to honor their inner, often solitary nature. This dissonance can lead to feelings of alienation, as if the external festivities are masking a deeper, unaddressed emotional reality. Society often frames birthdays as milestones of success, personal growth, and social validation. For many INFJs, however, this narrative feels imposed rather than intrinsic. The pressure to conform to a joyful, celebratory standard can intensify self-doubt and amplify internal criticism. INFJs might question their own worth, wondering if their quieter, more reserved nature somehow falls short of societal ideals. This misalignment can trigger anxiety, as the celebration becomes less about personal achievement and more about meeting an external standard that doesn't resonate with their true identity. The essence of the paradox is a collision between two distinct worlds: the external, where celebrations demand visible happiness and outward engagement, and the internal, where deep emotions and introspection are the norm. On a birthday, an INFJ might experience a flood of conflicting feelings. On one hand, there is a desire to appreciate the day as a marker of life's journey. On the other hand, there's a profound discomfort with being thrust into the spotlight. This internal tug-of-war often leaves INFJs feeling emotionally exhausted, as if they are constantly shifting between two personas, the celebrated self and the introspective observer. The heightened emotional sensitivity of INFJs means that even well-intentioned celebrations can trigger a cascade of intense feelings. The barrage of compliments, attention, and social interactions, while meant to uplift, can instead feel overwhelming. This overload may activate past memories or negative emotional imprints, as suggested by Joe Dispenza's research on neuroplasticity. Instead of serving as a moment of joyful reflection, the celebration can inadvertently reinforce feelings of inadequacy. Understanding this paradox is the first step for INFJs to reclaim their narrative, recognizing that their discomfort is not a personal failing, but rather a byproduct of their deeply wired nature allows them to seek alternative ways to celebrate. Rather than conforming to conventional expectations, INFJs might benefit from creating personal rituals that honor their need for reflection, transforming birthdays into intimate, reflective experiences rather than overwhelming social events. In essence, the paradox of celebration for INFJs is not about rejecting the joy of life, but about reconciling the clash between external expectations and internal authenticity. By embracing their unique approach to celebration, INFJs can begin to transform these challenging moments into opportunities for genuine personal growth and self-acceptance. Special dates are meant to mark progress, reflect on the past, and inspire future growth. Yet, for INFJs, these markers often expose a painful gap between who they are and who they believe they ought to be. This conflict can hinder personal and social growth, turning a day of celebration into one of self-criticism and isolation. Joe Dispenza's research reveals that our brains are not static. They continuously reshape themselves based on our experiences and emotions. For INFJs, every birthday can inadvertently reinforce negative neural pathways, reminding them of past disappointments, unfulfilled expectations, and the constant pressure to meet external standards. In this video, we are not just exploring a problem. We're offering insights into how understanding these patterns can lead to transformative personal growth. Whether you're an INFJ or know someone who is, this discussion is a call to reframe the narrative around birthdays and special dates. For INFJs, the experience of being the center of attention on birthdays or special occasions is more than just a fleeting discomfort. It's a deep internal struggle that touches on core aspects of their identity and emotional well-being. INFJs naturally value introspection and meaningful one-on-one interactions over large-scale social gatherings. When society expects them to be the star of a public celebration, it forces them into a role that is fundamentally at odds with their inner nature. They may feel as though they're being asked to perform an act, wearing a socially acceptable mask that conceals their true, more vulnerable self. This pressure isn't simply about enjoying a party. It's about trying to meet an external standard of joy and extroversion that clashes with their intrinsic preference for quiet, reflective experiences. When all eyes are on them, INFJs often experience a heightened sense of self-awareness that can quickly turn into self-criticism. Instead of celebrating, they might find themselves scrutinizing every detail, from their appearance to their behavior, fearing that any misstep could expose their inner turmoil. This hyper-awareness creates a paradox where the celebration intended to honor them instead magnifies every internal insecurity. The spotlight becomes a double-edged sword. While it's meant to shine on their achievements, it also forces them to confront their self-doubt and the emotional scars of past experiences. INFJs live in a rich inner world where emotions and thoughts run deep. They often seek solace in quiet moments of reflection, drawing strength from personal insights and private victories. However, birthday celebrations and similar events thrust them into an environment that values external validation and visible exuberance. This collision between their need for internal reflection and the external demand for performative happiness creates a cognitive dissonance. On one hand, they crave the intimacy and calm of solitude. On the other, they are expected to engage in outward displays of joy and sociability, a conflict that leaves them feeling emotionally drained and isolated. For INFJs, birthdays can serve as a reminder of previous disappointments or unmet expectations, reactivating neural circuits associated with pain and regret. Over the years, each birthday may unintentionally reinforce the idea that these special dates are not a celebration, but rather a time of personal failure or isolation. This repetition solidifies a self-perpetuating cycle that is hard to break. INFJs possess a deep inner world that values introspection, reflection, and quiet contemplation. Conversely, birthdays force them into an external sphere dominated by social rituals and expectations. This duality creates an internal conflict where the desire for solitude battles against societal norms. Many INFJs hide their discomfort behind a mask of calm acceptance, not wanting to disrupt the harmony of the celebration. Yet, beneath this veneer lies a turbulent mix of emotions, loneliness, anxiety, and sometimes even self-reproach. Joe Dispenza's research emphasizes that our brains are dynamic, continuously forming new neural connections based on repeated experiences. For INFJs, the constant recurrence of emotionally charged birthdays reinforces neural pathways associated with stress and sadness. Just as habits form from repeated behavior, emotional responses are ingrained through the brain's habit loop. Each birthday, loaded with past emotional baggage, becomes a trigger that automatically activates these negative responses. INFJs are known for their profound empathy and sensitivity. This means they not only experience their own emotions intensely, but are also highly attuned to the emotions of others. On a day like their birthday, the influx of external emotions, be it celebration, pity, or forced cheer, can overwhelm their internal balance. Many INFJs struggle with an ever-present internal critic. Birthdays amplify this inner dialogue, often leading to self-judgment and an overanalysis of past actions, missed opportunities, and the seeming inadequacy of their current self. One of the most powerful tools suggested by Dispenza is mindfulness. By practicing meditation, INFJs can create a space between stimulus and response, allowing them to observe their emotions without being overwhelmed by them. This practice can gradually weaken the automatic negative responses associated with special dates. Visualization techniques help rewire the brain by creating new, positive associations. INFJs can benefit from imagining their birthday as a day of quiet reflection and personal triumph rather than external performance. Visualizing success in overcoming internal challenges can slowly transform their emotional response over time. Instead of conforming to societal expectations, INFJs might consider designing personal rituals that honor their need for introspection. This can include spending time in nature, journaling, or engaging in creative pursuits that resonate with their inner values. A shift in perspective is crucial. Rather than viewing birthdays as a day of obligatory celebration, INFJs can reframe them as opportunities for self-assessment, gratitude, and mindful growth. This subtle mental shift can diminish the burden of expectations and open the door to a more balanced experience. Imagine an INFJ Alex, who dreads each birthday because it brings back memories of a time when external validation was scarce and internal criticism was harsh. Over time, Alex has come to see birthdays as a painful reminder of personal shortcomings. By integrating mindfulness practices and creating a private ritual, perhaps a quiet day spent in nature combined with reflective journaling, Alex begins to reframe the birthday experience. Instead of a day of shame, it slowly becomes a symbol of resilience and growth. Even minor adjustments in one's approach to special dates can yield significant results. For instance, a simple change, like declining a large party invitation in favor of a small gathering with a few trusted friends, or a solo day of self-care, can be the first step in dismantling long-held negative beliefs. Personal transformation is a journey, not a destination. By acknowledging the root causes of their discomfort, INFJs can work towards dissolving the negative conditioning associated with birthdays. While INFJs often crave solitude, connecting with like-minded individuals who understand their struggles can be incredibly healing. Sharing stories and strategies in safe, supportive environments can create a sense of belonging and validate their experiences. Armed with the knowledge from Joe Dispenza's work, INFJs have a powerful tool at their disposal. Understanding that their emotional patterns are not fixed, but rather the result of repeated neural activity, opens up a world of possibilities for change. With time, patience, and deliberate practice, they can reprogram their minds to view birthdays not as burdens, but as milestones of personal evolution. Throughout this video, we have uncovered the reasons behind the emotional turmoil that INFJs experience on birthdays and other significant dates. These insights include The paradox of celebration versus the INFJ's need for introspection. The profound impact of emotional memory and conditioned neural responses. The role of societal expectations in triggering internal conflicts. Recognizing these challenges is the first step toward transformation. When INFJs begin to understand that the distress they feel is not an inherent flaw, but a conditioned response shaped by past experiences, they gain the power to rewrite their narrative. By incorporating mindfulness, visualization, and personalized rituals, INFJs can transform what once felt like a curse into a catalyst for growth. Birthdays and special dates can evolve into opportunities for self-affirmation, reflection, and genuine celebration of one's journey on their own terms. If you've ever felt overwhelmed or conflicted on your birthday, or if you know an INFJ who resonates with these experiences, we want to hear from you. Share your personal story or tips in the comments below. Your insights could help someone else who feels the same way. Don't forget to subscribe to Psych IQ for more deep dives into personality, psychology, and personal transformation. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video that could change the way you understand yourself and your journey. If you found value in this discussion, please like and share this video with friends and family. Together, we can create a community that embraces vulnerability, fosters growth, and supports each other through life's challenges. Remember, every challenge is an opportunity to evolve. Let's continue to question, learn, and grow, one thoughtful conversation at a time. Thank you for taking the time to explore this complex and deeply personal topic with us. We appreciate every viewer who dares to look inside, challenge old beliefs, and consider new possibilities for personal growth. Know that your unique way of experiencing the world is not a curse. It's a powerful gift. Every birthday and every challenging day is a step on your journey toward a more authentic and fulfilling life. We encourage you to continue this dialogue in the comments section. Your questions, insights, and experiences not only enrich our community, but also help us all see that even our deepest vulnerabilities can lead to our greatest strengths. Stay curious, be kind to yourself, and remember that transformation begins with understanding. See you in the next video, where we will continue to unravel the mysteries of the mind and heart together.